Johnny Depp was born on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky. He was the youngest of 4 children in a family that moved frequently due to his father's job as a civil engineer. Depp's mother, Betty Sue Palmer, worked as a waitress. The frequent relocations meant that Depp had a somewhat unstable and turbulent childhood, attending more than 20 schools before the family finally settled in Miramar, Florida. Depp described his early years as challenging and tumultuous. His parents' eventual divorce when he was 15 added to his emotional struggles. However, Depp found solace in music, which became an escape from his troubled home life. He began playing guitar in various garage bands and dropped out of high school at 16 to pursue a career in music. Depp's first serious relationship was with Lori Ann Allison, who he met through his band, The Kids. She was the sister of one of his bandmates. They married in 1983 when Depp was just 20 years old. Depp's entry into acting was somewhat serendipitous. After his band, The Kids, moved to Los Angeles in pursuit of a record deal and subsequently broke up, Depp was introduced to acting through his then-wife, Lori Ann Allison, who was a makeup artist. She introduced him to actor Nicolas Cage, who saw potential in Depp and encouraged him to pursue acting. Cage arranged for Depp to meet with his agent, and soon after, Depp began auditioning for roles. His first film and Hollywood breakthrough was in Wes Craven's horror classic, A Nightmare on Elm Street, in 1984. He landed the part of Glenn Lantz, the boyfriend of the main character, thanks to a combination of his unique look and the endorsement from his agent. Wes Craven reportedly cast Depp after his teenage daughter, and her friend found him attractive. This role marked Depp's entry into Hollywood and set the stage for his future career. His performance, though brief, made an impression and helped him gain more acting opportunities. As with most young newlyweds, there were too many challenges in the relationship, and unfortunately, these could not be overcome, leading to Depp and Lori and divorcing in 1985. It was said to be an amicable separation. Also, during 1985 he met Sherilyn Fenn on the set of a student film. Depp and Fenn were engaged during their relationship. However, they parted ways in 1988 as their careers began to take different paths. Depp's burgeoning career included him starring in the 1985 comedy film, Private Resort, which was one of his first leading roles. Following that, he had roles in Oliver Stone's acclaimed war film, Platoon, and then the TV series, 21 Jump Street, from 1987 to 1990, where he played Officer Tom Hansen. The show was a significant success and turned Depp into a teen idol, though he was initially reluctant about this newfound fame. At this stage, he began to transition into major film roles. Depp sought to avoid being typecast and chose roles that were diverse and often unconventional. His collaborations with director Tim Burton began with Edward Scissorhands in 1990, a role that showcased his ability to portray quirky and complex characters. This film was a critical and commercial success and solidified Depp's status as a versatile and talented actor in Hollywood. With the momentum of fame came Hollywood actresses in his life. Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder first met in 1989 at the premiere of the film, Great Balls of Fire. Depp described their first encounter as love at first sight. He later recalled seeing Ryder from across the room and being immediately captivated by her presence. They began dating shortly after their initial meeting and quickly became one of Hollywood's most talked about couples. Their relationship was characterized by intense media attention and public fascination. They were frequently seen together at events and became a symbol of young Hollywood romance. Their shared love of quirky and unconventional things further endeared them to the public. Then in 1990, Depp and Ryder got engaged. Depp was deeply in love and famously tattooed "Winona Forever" on his arm to show his commitment. However, one of the significant challenges they faced was the intense media scrutiny. The constant attention from the press put a strain on their relationship, and as their careers progressed, both Depp and Ryder experienced immense pressure and workload. The demands of their careers began to take a toll on their personal lives. In 1993, after almost 4 years together, Depp and Ryder ended their engagement and relationship. Depp later spoke about the breakup, attributing it to the pressures of Hollywood and their demanding careers. He also expressed regret over the relationship ending, calling it one of the darkest periods of his life. Following their breakup, Depp altered his "Winona Forever" tattoo to read "Wino Forever," which became a subject of much media discussion. Both Depp and Ryder have reflected positively on their relationship in interviews over the years. Ryder has described Depp as her first real breakup, the first heartbreak. She spoke about the relationship with affection, noting how it was a significant part of her youth. Several years later, in a 2020 court testimony during Depp's legal battles, Ryder defended him, stating that he was never violent towards her and that she found the allegations of abuse shocking and out of character, showing the deep respect they still have for one another. Shortly after his relationship with Winona Ryder, he met British supermodel Kate Moss. They were introduced by columnist George Wayne at Café Tabac in New York in 1994. Their attraction was immediate, and they quickly became one of the most talked about couples in the entertainment world. They were often seen together at glamorous events and parties, embodying the edgy, rock and roll lifestyle of the 1990s. Their relationship was known for its intensity and passion. They were typically described as deeply in love, and their connection was marked by a kind of wild, whirlwind romance. Both Depp and Moss struggled with substance abuse during their relationship. Their mutual issues with drugs and alcohol contributed to the volatility and unpredictability of their time together. Both were known for their hard partying lifestyles, which regularly led to explosive situations. They had numerous public arguments and dramatic moments. Depp and Moss broke up in 1998 after 4 years together. The breakup was difficult for both of them, and they each struggled to move on from the relationship. Kate Moss later admitted that she took the breakup very hard. In a 2012 interview with Vanity Fair, she said, "There's nobody that's ever really been able to take care of me. Johnny did for a bit. I believed what he said. Like if I said, 'What do I do?' he'd tell me. And that's what I missed when I left. I really lost that gauge of somebody I could trust." In interviews, Depp has reflected on his relationship with Moss with a sense of fondness and regret, recognizing the depth of their connection and the impact it had on both of them. Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis met in 1998 while Depp was in France filming Roman Polanski's film, The Ninth Gate. They were introduced by mutual friends at the Hotel Costes in Paris. Depp was immediately struck by Paradis, later describing her as the love of his life. He was captivated by her beauty and charm, and their connection was instant. Depp and Paradis quickly fell deeply in love. They began dating shortly after meeting and were known for their strong bond and mutual admiration. Unlike many of Depp's previous relationships, this one was characterized by stability and mutual respect. The couple went on to have 2 children together, a daughter, Lily Rose Melody Depp, born in 1999, and a son, John Jack Christopher Depp III, born in 2002. They raised their children primarily in France, away from the Hollywood spotlight. Both Depp and Paradis had demanding careers, which often required them to be apart for extended periods. Despite this, they made efforts to support each other's professional endeavors. In June 2012, Depp and Paradis publicly announced their separation after 14 years together. The breakup was amicable, and both parties emphasized their commitment to co-parenting their children. While neither Depp nor Paradis publicly detailed the reasons for their breakup, it is widely believed that the pressures of their respective careers and the challenges of maintaining a long-term relationship contributed to their decision to part ways. Despite being together for 14 years and having 2 children, the couple chose not to marry. They often spoke about their relationship, indicating that they did not feel the need to formalize their union with marriage. They believed that their strong bond and commitment to each other did not require a legal marriage certificate. Depp later spoke about the breakup in interviews, expressing regret and sadness over the end of the relationship. Paradis, too, reflected on their time together with fondness and respect, emphasizing the importance of their shared history and their commitment to their children. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's relationship has been one of the most controversial and publicly scrutinized in recent Hollywood history. They first met on the set of the film, The Rum Diary, in 2009. They played each other's love interests in the film. Before they officially began dating and later married, there were rumors about Depp and Heard's relationship while he was still with Vanessa Paradis. They began dating publicly in 2012 after Depp's long-term relationship with Vanessa Paradis ended. Depp and Heard were often seen together at public events, and their relationship quickly attracted media attention. Depp and Heard got married in a private ceremony at Depp's home in Los Angeles in February 2015. Followed by a more lavish celebration on Depp's private island in the Bahamas. Initially, the couple appeared happy and in love, frequently seen together at public events and red carpets. However, early into their marriage, there were rumors of trouble. Reports emerged of intense arguments and conflicts. Then, in May 2016, just over a year after their wedding, Heard filed for divorce and obtained a temporary restraining order against Depp, alleging that he had been verbally and physically abusive throughout their relationship. She provided photos of bruises and other evidence to support her claims. Depp's substance abuse issues were cited as a significant factor contributing to the volatility of their relationship. Heard alleged that Depp would become violent when under the influence of drugs and alcohol. The divorce was finalized in January 2017. As part of the settlement, Depp agreed to pay Heard $7 million, which she pledged to donate to charity. They also issued a joint statement saying their relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. Both parties signed a non-disclosure agreement preventing them from discussing their relationship publicly. All was well until December 2018 when Amber Heard wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post describing her experiences as a victim of domestic abuse. Although Heard did not mention Depp by name, he claimed that the article implied he was a domestic abuser, which damaged his career and reputation. In response, Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit, whilst Heard filed a $100 million countersuit against him alleging that he orchestrated a smear campaign against her. The trial for the defamation case took place in Fairfax County, Virginia, from April 11 to June 1, 2022. The proceedings were widely covered by the media and involved testimonies from both Depp and Heard, as well as other witnesses. The trial included testimonies, evidence of abuse allegations from both sides, and detailed accounts of their tumultuous relationship. In Depp's lawsuit against Heard, the jury found in favor of him on all 3 counts of defamation, and Depp was awarded $10 million in compensatory damages plus $5 million in punitive damages. However, due to Virginia's cap on punitive damages, the punitive amount was reduced to $350,000, making the total award $10.35 million. Meanwhile, in Heard's countersuit against Depp, the jury found in favor of Amber Heard on only one of her 3 counterclaims. Heard was awarded $2 million in compensatory damages and no punitive damages. In December 2022, Depp and Heard reached a settlement, with Heard agreeing to pay Depp $1 million, which he pledged to donate to charity. This settlement marked the end of their long and contentious legal dispute. Both Depp and Heard's careers were impacted by the allegations and the ongoing legal battles. Depp was asked to resign from his role in the Fantastic Beasts film series, whilst Heard faced backlash and calls for her removal from the Aquaman sequel, though she remained part of the cast. In addition to his longer-lasting high-profile relationships, Johnny Depp has been linked to several other beautiful women throughout his career, with rumors often circulating about his romantic life. Rumored dalliances include Jennifer Grey. After his breakup with Sherilyn Fenn, Depp was rumored to have dated the Dirty Dancing star in the late 1980s. Then in the early 1990s, he starred in the film What's Eating Gilbert with the actress Juliette Lewis, and they were rumored to have briefly dated. Also, during the 1990s, Depp was romantically linked to LNw&x as well as British supermodel Naomi Campbell. Later, following his divorce from Vanessa Paradis, he was rumored to have dated the actress Eva Green after them working together on Dark Shadows in 2012, as well as the actress and fashion designer Ashley Olsen. The singer-songwriter, Kylie Evans, was also rumored to have had a brief relationship with Depp around 2011. Although never confirmed, there were rumors of an off-screen romance between Depp and Keira Knightley, who co-starred in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Then in 2019, Depp was also rumored to be dating the Russian dancer Paulina Glenn, but again, this relationship was never officially confirmed by him or his representatives. As we can see, Johnny Depp has had many beautiful women in his love life. Wherever he goes and whoever he goes with, there is always intense media scrutiny and personal challenges. Above all, he has risen above them and with the support of his fans will continue to surpass all challenges. We, at the Love Network, wish Johnny Depp all the best with finding his true love connection.